If you are getting rejected by your idle clients on sales call, this video is for you. Hello everyone, my name is Jaslyn Kaur. I'm a business coach. In this video, I wanted to share some tips so that you feel motivated and you don't stop. Now, as a business owner, every day your business is open and it's welcoming people. You have created channels, you have created funnels so that automatically people are booking, let's say, a discovery call with you. You offer a service and people can book a discovery call, and that is complimentary. So you notice that there's a lot of discovery calls in your business, and you notice that, let's say, in 1 week you had 19 discovery calls, and all of those people said no to your service, right? Now, towards the end of the week, I don't know about you, but sometimes we feel sad, and I really want to acknowledge that it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel hurt. It's okay to personalize that, because I heard this advice again and again that, oh, every rejection is redirection. That is true, but when you're putting in 100 um, eggs in your business, you're putting in so much effort and nothing is being rewarded, it's okay to feel disappointed. It's okay to feel like, for example, I remember when I started my business, I would get no after no after no, and I would just personalize the no's. I would be like, I am not good enough to be their therapist. That is why they're saying no. But is that the truth? I don't know. The I will never find out what happened to those people, or why it didn't work out. But I after reflecting back, now I can safely say that period where I was being rejected after rejecting, that was sort of a protection, because I was not in the state where I could actually serve those souls. So in my mind, I thought I could be their therapist. But if I'm being truthful with you guys, I was battling a health condition, and my nervous system was not at a place where I could also support other souls. And my ego was too big to understand this. And God made sure that those relationships, business relationships, did not form, because I wasn't going to be of service to those souls, right? So whatever your business is meant to serve very specific people. And it's great that you opened a business, but sometimes you have to be ready to either be of service. You have to be energetically ready, right? Like, logically, you can be like, oh, yeah, my calendar is free. During that hour, I can help this person. But if you really check in with your nervous system, are you feeling regulated enough? Are you feeling safe in your own body to hold space for that person or not? Because if you energetically, if you radiated a frequency where you're like, I am powerful and I can help you be powerful too, I'm not saying that it would be a yes, right? But sometimes what happens is that when there is a no, it's first thing is first, you cannot change the past. Second thing is, it's so important for you to acknowledge and validate the part of you that is hurt, that is feeling disappointed, that is feeling alone. Now, when you run a business, it requires a different mind game. Okay, so first you have to congratulate yourself for having the guts for opening a business. Do you know how many people think of opening a business and they never go ahead? But you had the balls to open a business. Like, think about that. That takes guts. Like, human to human, I respect you, I see you, I honor you, and I'm so proud of you. This is not meant for everyone. So you display self leadership qualities. That's why you went ahead and you opened the business. And that requires tremendous amount of self-trust, tremendous amount of, there's so much uncertainty, right? Like when you're an employee, it's certain how much money you're going to earn, right? But when you're a business owner, you enter this unknown territory, and as human beings, we don't do well with unknown. So during this specific time, acknowledge your sadness, validate it, and sit with yourself. Okay, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to check in with your body. Do not numb yourself in this phase. Like I promise you, do not eat bag of chips, do not go and distract yourself. Really sit with that feeling, because if you don't alchemize that sadness, if you don't alchemize uh, that feeling of disappointment, that is going to carry over the next day, and you cannot afford energetically to numb yourself and not process that. Because I'm telling you, until you do not um, sit with that part, you will not grow in your business. Sometimes these rejections are a blessing. God is preparing you for even better. So, to get even better clients, you need to first accept these parts. You know, growing up, there are some parts that we are not aware of. Carl Jung, such a great psychologist, he says, make the unconscious conscious. So, you have all of these unconscious parts that you didn't even know were present. But when these circumstances came in your life, rejection after rejection after rejection, you were forced to discover the unconscious, right? You would never, for example, I'll give you my personal example. When I sat with my sadness and my disappointment, I really journaled why I was feeling that way. And the reason I was feeling that way was because I thought I am not good enough. And I'm telling you, if I hadn't healed that part, if I didn't face that part would have affected my performance as a coach, as a therapist, as a business owner, because I would be running my business with a wound on my head saying, I'm not enough. I need you to validate me. And that would be a disservice to my clients. So I'm so grateful for the rejection, because I could actually realize that, wow, I'm enough. I'm enough even when I don't have clients. I am enough even with these uh, rejections. You know, it's okay if if we are not meant to work together. That has nothing to do with my being. I am part of God. God is within me. God is all around me. I am enough. Just me breathing. I am perfect. You know, we are born into this society where there's so many conditions that you have to look this way, you have to look that way, you have to make these many sales numbers in your business. You know, your business has to be successful immediately. Otherwise it will not pass. So much pressure, so much comparison, and that our brain just cannot fathom rejection. You know, this is why, like, when I see people, another thing I would do, which was really helpful, was that I would dance. I would literally buy, like, okay, this sucks, God, bring more of this, because I knew I was getting stronger with every rejection. So with every rejection, I was spiritually becoming more wealthy, right? So no amount of money can equate spiritual wealth. When you are so motivated that after hearing no, again you show up in the morning and you market yourself and you get no's, but again, and then you keep persevering, you keep showing up, and one day you're going to be so successful, and you are going to look back to this day and you're going to be like, it was worth it all, because the person who I became during this process, it's wonderful. If you look at rich people, right, they actually don't have challenges. They are super bored. You should feel blessed that you have this challenge, because if you didn't have this challenge, you wouldn't be so hungry. to be successful the next day. Because of this rejection, you would be extra hungry to think outside of the box, to use your creativity, to find deeper part of yourself that was buried in your subconscious, because somehow in your childhood you learned it was not safe to experience your emotions. You are reconnecting with your body, you are reconnecting with your spirituality, you are understanding that you are the creator of your life, you're taking your power back. All of these things take tremendous amount of courage. You should be proud of yourself. This is, running a business is not everyone's cup of tea. Okay, very few have this desire, and the only reason you have that desire is because your soul knows that you can be successful. Deep down, you know you're meant to be successful. Deep down, you know you're meant to be wealthy. Deep down, you know you are meant to make an impact. So own that identity. You, before your business takes off, you have to feel like you are exponentially successful, because if you measure success by how much money you make, you'll never change your identity. Because when you first open a business, it's all about nervous system regulation. It's not about sales, it's not about branding, it's not about uh, cold reaching. All of that is strategy, but first is nervous system. If rejections in your business are putting you in survival mode, it is your duty to actually ground yourself, sit with your feelings, process those feelings, and move on in the future. Because here's the thing, nobody is going to, like, if you're a business owner, you don't lack motivation. Like, I know you are very self-led, I know you are powerful, I know you motivate yourself every day. And rejection is just part of business. The chances of you being rejected in your business, like for the lifespan of your business, is quite high. So you have to have a relationship with rejection. And if you can separate your identity from your business, and you can understand that you are enough, you are worthy of success, you deserve success. And if you look at successful people and you feel like jealous that, oh, how come they have it so easy, you have to be happy for them, because they went through the dark times that you are going through now. Do not compare your year 1 with somebody's year 10. Okay, it is so important for you to trust God. Here's another thing, trusting God. I couple of months ago, I was complaining to my coach that I'm doing all of this, nothing is working out, blah 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 blah. And she asked, and then I told her I only have God. And then she's like, only? And when she questioned me, only, I realized how I was underestimating God. Like, I'm so ashamed to admit. Like, I thought God is this poor entity, who has limited opportunity. But the source, the all-knowing wise intelligence, who created this whole universe and so many different universes, it's so wise that I'm a fool in front of God. It's error is on me that I'm underestimating that God is with me. Because here's the thing, alone I cannot survive, but with God I can do anything. I trust God so much because I know my humanity will get in the way, but God is God. Okay, surrender yourself to God. God will make you successful. You have to understand that. And again, I don't know if I should even use the word God, because I feel like people relate to the word God so differently. But the way I see God is as frequency. You know how frequency is energy. Like, for example, X-ray, that is a frequency. So I know God is also a frequency. I don't know what frequency it's called. I only know X-ray, gamma ray, all those frequencies, right? I don't know what frequency, I don't know what God frequency is. But the thing is, God is not insecure. God doesn't care if you call God rock, phone, cloud, gamma, whatever you can call God, whatever, right? So for me, it's that all-knowing wise intelligence. And I want you to understand this, that today the pain that you're feeling, that you're suffering and you're alchemizing, okay, this is the biggest work you'll do on this planet. Working with your soul, becoming somebody who gets rejected and picks themselves up the next day. You are a dangerous person. You are powerful because you are rebelling against reality. You know you deserve better. You still show up the next day, even when you don't want to, even when you don't feel good, you still show up. Okay, that shows tenacity, that shows resilience. So you gotta trust God. Okay, you in this time, especially when you're getting rejected, you have to have a conversation with God. Okay, sit down and just pretend God is sitting next to you, okay? And just tell God, like, hey, God, I got rejected. This is my mission. I want to help people. And th- this is the amount of money I want to make this month to support myself. God, I trust you. You will provide for me. God, I trust your decision that these clients and I was not energetically aligned. So I respect your decision, even when I cannot see why this did not work out. But I trust you have a bigger plan than my logical mind can cannot even fathom the future plan you have for me, you know? So I trust you, God. I surrender to you. Please make me strong. I am surrendering this problem to you. Please alchemize it for my highest good and for the good of everyone involved. Because trust me, you don't want clients who make you even feel even more smaller. Okay, you deserve to have soul aligned clients, and if you run your business with your heart, with your soul, with God, you will do good. So have faith in God. Okay, God is not a beggar. Like, seriously, this is the time where you get to test your philosophy. It is so easy to read, oh yeah, your thoughts create your reality. But now you actually have to prove it to yourself. So what are you waiting for? Do not give up. Okay, get up in the next day and create your future. Do that meditation. Tune in into a reality where you have your soul aligned clients, your soul aligned income, your soul aligned business, and your business is booming and it's all alignment. You are energetically aligned, your clients are energetically ready to change. You have the wisdom to hold them. You have the yeah, and this is another thing to ask God to give you the wisdom to hold your manifestation so that you don't sabotage them yourself, right? So have that intention and go create your future. Tune in into your meditation again and again and again and again. I don't care how long it takes, it does not matter. But through this journey, you are becoming somebody who's powerful, who's using your creative energy, and you're focusing on yourself for the first time. You are not focusing on anybody, you are focusing on you and your business, and that deserves acknowledgement, that deserves celebration. I hope you are celebrating your rejection, because every rejection is equal to 100 yeses. Okay, the container you are building, you are the more uh, sadness you're feeling, your capacity to feel empathy, it's expanding. So your container to hold people at a very deep big level, that's expanding. So as a service provider, you're growing, as a business owner you're growing, as a soul you're growing. Literally, this is like a blessing, is a blessing in disguise. And I know you cannot see this, you know. Even when I was getting rejected, I couldn't see why, but now I'm so grateful that I got rejected at that time in the starting of my business, because honestly those clients were not my soul line clients. And secondly, I was not ready, I was not in an empowered state where I could actually help them. So I'm glad they deselected themselves early on. And I'm so happy about the clients I get to work today. They expand my soul, they expand my heart. And it's honestly, I feel so grateful and I feel so blessed. And I want you to remember this future. You know, a year from now, you're going to be so free. You're going to be so happy at where you are at. You're going to thank God every second because your life is like a dream. You have so much freedom of time, you have so much money, you don't know what to do because you are in abundance, you manifested that. So keep going. Okay, it's okay to feel sad, it's okay to feel down, but alchemize that. Remember, you are the creator of your life. This sadness, when alchemized, and when you convert this into unconditional love, you become more powerful, you become more unlimited. Overcome yourself and change. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Wish you exponential success, joy, and a happy life.